Whoa, he just solved that cube really fast. It must have been because he got a PLL skip. See? Yellow side not solved. Whole cube solved. Wow, that was insane. No, that's not how it works, Timmy. Because he actually memorized some algorithms that a very small percentage of cubers know, and boom, cube solved. Now, if you're from Bald Eagle Land, where Kool-Aid is measured in gallons as God intended, you know this alg set as ZBLL. And if you're from some other place that wanted to be quirky and weird for no reason, you'd know this alg set as ZBLL, while you down your 5 pints of maple syrup, or whatever they do over there. And if you've been following the channel for a while, you know that about 3 months back, I tried to learn 24 algorithms in just 2 hours out of this alg set, making up about a third of UZBLL, and since then some things have changed, let's just say that. Firstly, I now realize that I'm wrong, and people are in fact using soon and anti-soon ZBLLs in their solves, including 6-year-olds, and of course, Timon, because he's Timon. And of course, Juliet. We didn't forget about you, Juliet. World record OH average coming soon. So all in all, that is 72 algorithms worth of blood, sweat, and Tau U ZBLL trainer. Why, you may ask? Because I'm quirky and wanted to be different. But now I have to test myself one final time to see if I really am what I say I am. A ZBLL connoisseur, up there with the greatest minds like Plato and the guy who used his father's moldy bread for his science fair project. And I have to say, after learning a full set of ZBLL, I do feel marginally smarter than a 9-year-old who doesn't know any of them, which means I am better than this 9-year-old. No, I'm kidding. Wait, no. So yeah, let's get straight into my test. And as I traversed the first 24 algorithms, I felt pretty confident because I'd already been using them for around 3 months now, and overall they're just pretty simple algs in general. Then I got to the next 24, where I did in fact have a few moments of pause, but besides that, it really wasn't that difficult because I had also been using this set of algorithms for around a month. Oh wait, what's that? Well, I'm glad you asked. Because we all know what month it is, except for if you live in a place where quirky people decided for it to not snow in December, or a place where All I Want for Christmas Is You isn't blasted in every single commercial store anywhere. So what does this all mean? Well, it's almost Christmas, and that's exactly why you need a new Christmas mat from Speed Cube Shop. I don't know how well you can see this, but it's like the best mat you could ever ask for, really. You also get a plethora of cube bags to choose from. I mean, if you really want to store your cube in a bag, there's really no other option besides these. All of the penguins, which go with the theme of the cube that I'll show you here in a second. You've also got this one with the Speed Cube Shop Christmas logo. Just beautiful. And then you've got my favorite, the walrus right here. You can't go wrong with a walrus cube bag, right? And then, of course, you've got the fabled penguin cube. Speed Cube Shop usually comes out with a new Christmas themed cube every single year, and I actually really love the design of this one. You got penguins, different penguins on every single side. Who doesn't love penguins and walruses, right? So you've got all these on every different side, and I actually scrambled it accidentally, and I had to solve it, and it was a very, very difficult challenge. So, and then you have the candy cane lube. This is a very, very unique lube, of course, as the name says, and it does in fact smell like candy canes, and it's actually just a pretty great like lubricant in general to use on your cubes, and it's very viable for any level of cubing, and it'll make your cubes smell good, so why wouldn't you want it, right? So of course you can get all of that at Speed Cube Shop, and you can use code STU. It's the Christmas bundle, generally like a really, really good value for what you're getting. Maybe you want to get a Christmas gift for somebody, or it's just something that you want to have, which is dope. But this was my final test. The final 24 algorithms of the 72 algorithm ZBLL set. And to put it quite frankly, I've been putting these two subsets off for quite a bit of time, for a couple of reasons. First of all, the algorithms for these ZBLLs are disgusting, to put it lightly. There are some good ones, of course, but a lot of them are just weird finger tricks, and I mean, I'm also just bad at cubing, so I didn't really want to do it for that reason as well. But that's okay though, because I've learned them all now, right? Right? Well, actually, plot twist, there was a problem. Even though I've memorized 200 plus digits of pi for no inherent reason in my life, I kept mixing up this case for this case, and this case for this case, and I was questioning my abilities at this point, let's just say that. And it doesn't really boost your ego either when these 6-year-olds have like half a second ZBLL recognition times. I mean, just go look at this kid's like latest solves, it's just insane. What? I don't even know how he just sees the cube and immediately knows which ZBLL it is. So yeah, that didn't help either. So at this point, the recognition for most of the ZBLLs I know is pretty shaky. I can get it after a solid like 5 seconds, which isn't very viable for an actual like speed solve, of course. But I think that after a little bit of practice, I'll be able to get it down like at least under 3 or 2 seconds, hopefully. So at the end of the day, I finally finished up all of the ZBLLs, and I can proudly say that I now know the entire set, all 72 of them. Definitely one of my greatest cubing accomplishments, if I do say so myself. And of course the question is, so will I be using these in official solves? And the answer is, well, probably not unless I get a really good case and I can instantly recognize it. But the problem is, if I sit there doing U prime, U2, U2 prime, like, it's too much time wasted trying to recognize the case when I could just be doing the regular OLL or even COLL, right? I don't recommend COLL to anybody, by the way, because there's really no point when you can just get a Z perm and you're basically doing PLL twice. So just learn yourself some ZBLLs instead. But I'm going to keep practicing, and eventually I'm going to get to the point where I can use all of these ZBLLs in official solves, and I can be confident enough with them to do that. And another part of this is just learning the AUFs for the ZBLLs, which it's just like PLL, right, where you pick a sticker and you know where that sticker is going to end up at the end of your algorithm. But for ZBLL, it's a little bit harder just because, of course, there's 72 cases in one singular set, and then you factor that in with getting them all mixed up with each other. It's a lot. Anyway, yeah, ZBL is actually really, really fun to learn, and it was a lot more enjoyable than I thought it was going to be when I first started out. Just putting all of the algorithms together and then saying, oh, I can just, instead of doing this OLL, I can just solve the whole cube from here. It's just really cool to see it all come together at the end of the day. And who knows where I go from here. I mean, I could start learning the T cases, I could go to the L cases, and I could probably learn like 200 plus ZBLLs, and I think this is really just the beginning. And eventually, honestly, like, I think that my end goal is to know all of the ZBLLs, excluding the soon and anti-soon cases, because ain't nobody got time for that unless you're like actually good at cubing. So yeah, if you made it to the end, comment learn H ZBLL, and maybe I'll do it, who knows. I know that was like a totally different language from English, but yeah, I just thought I'd represent my friends up there or down there, wherever that place is with the kangaroos or whatever. And if you didn't know, I actually do have an Instagram, so I'll link that down below in the description if you're at all interested in that. And if you're new here, subscribe if you want to. If you think that's something that you're up to, then yeah, subscribe if you want. And here's the daily reminder, so I didn't forget this time. And just on a real note though, I really do want to thank each and every one of you for your great support that you've given me over the past couple of months. I couldn't do it without you guys. And yeah, just thank you for supporting the channel in general. I have no plans of stopping, and we're just going to go even further, so thank you guys. And also, if you haven't seen it yet, you can watch this video up here. You can subscribe up here. See ya.